I popped out 9 props tonight. 9. So let's get right into it. I'll start with Jaylen Waddle, over 51.5. We lost his yardage prop. Was that last week? I believe we lost that. But he did, he's getting it done. 5 or 6 targets and 4 or 5 catches in each of the first 3 games. Obviously, Tyreek is going to get shadowed from Sauce, shadow treatment. I think he can do what Emeka Egbuka did in this matchup last week, 6 for 85. And by the way, I went back and I looked at all the game logs. Week 18 last year, yes, only 9 targets, 4 for 44. That was Tyler Huntley. The week before that, he had 12 targets with Tua. The game before that last year, 9 for 99. I even went back to 2023. Game 1, he had 9 targets, 8 grabs for $142 and a touch with Tua. And then the next game, he had 9 targets, 8 grabs for $114 with Tua. So yeah, Jaylen Waddle will hit 52 yards. Garrett Wilson, over 5.5 receptions. This is going to be tight. Telling you straight up, it's going to be tight, but I think we get to 6. The Dolphins allow the 5th fewest receiving yards per game, 9th fewest receptions per game. They are, though, down 2 of their top 3 corners. They have played man about 35% of the time. They might not do it tonight, but Wilson actually is 5th best in fantasy points per route run against man. So I do like the Dolphins to make this a little bit of a higher scoring affair. And again, Miami's defense is absolutely beatable. So we're going to get to 6 grabs for Wilson. We're going to go over Tua on completions. Went back and I looked. Excellent schematic matchup. Jets play a lot of man, as I mentioned earlier. He is averaging 1.04 fantasy points per route run against man, 3rd best in football. Now, they do allow the 13th fewest passing yards per game and all that. Doesn't really matter because we're taking the over the completion prop. And I think it's important also because the Jets are only 22nd in pressure rate. Tua can't handle pressure. Tua got them in his lone game last year for 331/2. And looking back at week 2, when Tua played New England, they played the 13th highest rate of man coverage, and he had an 81% completion rate in that game, did Tua. Week 14 against the Jets last year, they were playing man. He had a 77% or 70% completion rate and 33 completions. Going back even further, week 15, same matchup, 87.5% completion rate. And in week 12 that year, 70% completion rate. So he's been over 70% in his last 4 games, basically. So I like over 22.5 completions, which is a number, I think he's only hit it once this year. But if you look back last year, he hit it a lot, in games that he wasn't terrible in, which he won't be terrible tonight, I do believe. Next up, we're going to go with Justin Fields. I got in on this at over 43.5 on Friday, but we'll go over 45.5. He hit this in both games thus far, despite leaving early in week number 2, as we mentioned, 5 for 49 and 12 for 48. I actually went back and I looked at that shootout with Tua when Fields was a member of the Bears back in 2022, and he had 15 carries for $178 with a 61-yard touchdown run. So the Dolphins, by the way, have allowed 25-plus rushing yards to every quarterback they face, as we mentioned here. They are also down 2 of their top 3 corners, which I think just generally bodes well for Fields. They'll probably be a little bit more inclined to throw the ball, dropbacks, and all that, which means, hey, more dropbacks, the better our chances are of popping off a run. Tee Higgins, I really do like this one, over 49.5. As we mentioned, he is their man beater. He is crushing man coverage, period, at 4.06 yards per route run. You compare that to Jamar Chase, who is at a really bad number against man, which is like under 1, well under 1, and T's over 4. So he's 4 times better, basically. Dating back to last year. We'll also see a lot of Brandon Stevens, who is the weak link there, obviously playing opposite Surtain. Okay, well, here's a weird one, but, the Bronco offense has not been that good. what's missing? They don't have great personnel. They're not getting anything from their tight ends. So with Evan Ingram back, he's fully practicing. I believe he's off the injury report. I'm going for the over 17.5. Very doable, unless he gets usurped by some rando like, well, maybe Lucas Kroll or something. I think he can get here. TJ Hawkinson, as I mentioned, emerged from the dead last week in this matchup. He had 6 targets, 5 grabs for 49. And, of course, they got cooked by Brown side ends in week 1. They gave up like 10 catches for over 100 yards. So there it is. We'll go over 17.5 with Evan Ingram. I'm with the grinder Tom Brawley with J.K. Dobbins. The Bengals allow the 8th most adjusted yards before contact per attempt, 4.5 yards per carry, 6th most rushing yards per game. Jordan Mason steamrolled them last week. They are, 7-point home favorites, so we should get that volume that we need. Maybe this is an opportunity to give R.J. Harvey some runway, but, I kind of thought that with Travion Henderson last week, and Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels are like, nah, we're going to continue to split up the backfield. So Dobbins is the guy. I think we get to 15 carries. Bo Nix, not a big number here. 219.5. The Bengals have enough firepower, I believe, to make this a game, to make Bo Nix throw it 30 times or more. Very good schematic matchup per all the coverage shells that he'll see. The Broncos currently rank 5th in pass rate over expectation, so that's good. The Bengals are 23rd in pressure rate. That's good. Nix put up, barely got it. Actually, look at this, 219. So he would have gotten under, but by a half a yard. But he had 3 tutties. So he played well, and I think he'll play well tonight. That should be enough. If Bo Nix plays well, we should get to 220. And I think he'll play well. And last but not least, oh boy, Chase Brown. We got to pivot far away from the rushing props on Chase Brown, because they cannot. We're measuring his production on the ground with a ruler now, not even a yardstick. Don't even need a yardstick. Just a ruler. We're good, because he's averaging 0.2 yards before contact per attempt, which per sources are telling me in my ear, that's bad. They do give up the 7th most receiving yards per game. Jake Browning is a little bit of a check down Charlie. So we're going to get here with Chase Brown. I do feel good about these picks here. We're doing an odd number of picks, so we're not going to break even. I think we're going to go 5-4 at worst. Granted, am I in love with these props? No, but I like them. I like them enough. We have 2 Monday night specials to pop out. I did miss a Tee Higgins tutty. We'll go in on an anytime touchdown prop for Tee Higgins. For the 2 specials, special number 1, we will go Mason Taylor. Plus 500, the athletic tight end. Please don't do it, Jeremy Rucker. Don't. And then the second one, we will go with Evan Ingram at plus 380. You are welcome. Enjoy the games. We'll catch you mañana for another edition of Prop Points.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now, absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at 0 cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.